Yep. So my name is Geanny Joseph Ruiz. I was born and raised in South Florida. I am the daughter of a Haitian immigrant who, my mom came over when she was my age, exactly. And in my experiences growing up in South Florida, through seeing how my mom has been treated, I decided to devote my life to education because I learned early on that education created access. And so the entirety of my career has been devoted to creating access to education for people who would otherwise not have that access. And as well as that, creating safer spaces in our education systems for students and young adults. And so I have worked with Equality Florida specifically for several years, supporting school districts in implementation of policy. I've sat down with superintendents throughout the state from Miami-Dade, Broward County, all the way up to Duval. And I can tell you right now, hearing this bill sponsor say things like, we hadn't considered that. And I'd be happy to discuss it. And just to hear the fast and loose approach and the vagueness of this bill, I can tell you personally in my conversations with teachers and superintendents and folks who are actually on the ground having to deal with these laws, that the collateral damage from bills like this has been extensive. The fallout and the confusion and the chilling effect of bills like this have been immense. And I'm asking you today to think of the folks in government buildings, to think of the teachers, to think of the educational leaders who are simply trying to do their jobs, who are simply trying to create safer, inclusive spaces for the students who come from all walks of life within their classrooms to ensure that those students feel seen. Think of those folks. A flag is simply a symbolic gesture. And when a school district flies it, when you walk into a teacher's office and they have your culture's flag or an LGBT flag or a flag of a typically marginalized identity, it is a symbolic gesture that signifies to that student, that employee, that we see you, you are heard, you are invited to the table, and we care. Nothing more than that. So I want to ask you, what exactly are we trying to achieve with this bill? Are we going to accelerate graduation rates for students? Are we going to increase academic progress for our students? Are we going to make teachers feel more involved and supported in the classrooms? No to all of those questions. We are simply going to add to the chaos and the confusion that our teachers have had to deal with. Right now in Broward County, they're getting ready to close down dozens of schools for lack of enrollment because students are leaving and going into charter schools, private schools, and leaving the state. We are losing teachers at an alarming rate, and bills like this are not helping us. So I ask you to think about the people on the ground who will face the real impact of this, the decisions that are made in this room. I face those people every day, and they are going through it. Please consider those folks, and please remember that what happens here are going to impact the students who have to walk into that classroom every day, unsure of whether they can be seen or be vocal about who they are. Thank you.